Hey guys, thank you for checking out this second installment of Band Together Mankato. If you were with us last week, you'll remember a great performance from Colin and Laura from Goodnight Gold Dust. This week, we have another fantastic performance coming at you from Nate Boots. Nate is a local Mankato guy here that used to play in a band called the Porch Lights. Now he's a solo artist. He also plays with this band called Nate Boots and the High Horses. He's got an album coming out this month called Wherever You May Roam, available at nateboots.com, and also will be available via the streaming services. He's also got 3 awesome kids, Violet, Gordy, and Archie, who you'll probably see playing with him tonight if you're lucky. And as we go out through the night, please consider donating to the COVID-19 Community Response Fund. All money goes directly back into this community. And so here we go. Here's Nate Boots, live from his living room to yours.
This one goes out to Ben Scruggs and Pete Klug, who played in the Sandbox with him. Love those guys. All right. Well, I wrote this song for you, fixed it up real nice. Took about 5 minutes to play, but it only took 3 to write. Guess I did it to prove a point. Guess I did it in part to show that some things in life it's so difficult if you just stick to what you know. Yeah, and I know you even better than you probably do. I know you even better than you probably do. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't insist it drink. You can come up with an idea, but you can't make people think. Maybe there's an element here, being tired of told what to do. Maybe I'm just a know-it-all, talking a mist and my face is blue. Yeah, but I know you even better than you. I know you even better than you probably do. What you do when you're in the shadows, what you do when you're in the rain, what you do when you're embarrassed, what you do when you're in pain, what you do when you're in a fight, what you do when you're exposed, What you do when you wake in the midst of the night and you're lying in your bed alone. I know you, even better than you. I know you, even better than you. Probably do. I know you, I know you. I know you, even better than you. Probably do. I know you, I know you, I know you, I know you. Sticker of Violet there. Gotta keep that baby on there. I like that sticker. Violet in her 7th grade basketball uniform. Shout out to the 7th grade Westie basketball girls. Great team. Great bunch of gals. Let's see here. I'm gonna play a song called Flood. It's maybe just a little bit older. I played it with the Porch Lights a few years back. I think I wrote it, I was going to say during the flood of whatever summer it was, but these days it seems like we have a flood about every other year, so I can't remember which year it was, but it was also a time where my emotions were being flooded. Lost 2 of my best friends that summer, and yeah, I wrote this song about the river, the Minnesota River flooding, and my emotions, my head flooding too. So this one's called Flood. 1, 2. Now I lay you down to rest, darkened room of bed, though unbidden in earnest, spite of my defense. Thoughts of you come, advancing one by one, blotting out the sun. River roll, water rises, looks like there'll be a flood, a flood. Storms like this, they're all the same, and clouds form up and bank. Lightning strikes and the thunder rolls, skies go dark and then raindrops they come, advancing one by one, blotting out the sun. Oh, the river rolls, the water rises, looks like there'll be a flood, a flood, a flood now. You said to me you'd always be there for me, and I foolishly believed you. Oh, I believed you. Oh, oh, I believe. Oh no. Heartache you come, won't stop until it's warm, blotting out the sun. Oh, the river rolls, the water rises, looks like there'll be a flood now. Oh, a flood now. Oh, all right. To another sort of a flood song. This one's Belgrade Avenue Blues, and it does reference the flood of '65, which I've heard a lot of my neighbors, including Ronnie and Sandra, who've been right here next door to me ever since I've been here in town, but I think they've lived in their house for 65 years, and lived in North Mankato all their lives. Ronnie fought briefly in the Korean War. Told me a story one day. When I took him to the dentist, his car broke down. It was one of those, just one start or whatever. It was cold. We've all been there. It's Minnesota. And he needed a lift to the dentist, so I took him to the dentist, and we were driving, and I thought I'd try to keep conversation going just by chit-chatting, and Ronnie did seem much like talking for whatever reason. But then on the way home, after he got done with the dentist, maybe things went well or whatever, and wasn't as bad as he thought it might be or something. He was telling me a story when he fought in the Korean War, and he was waiting to come home, and it was finally time. They got a plane, he and his squad. They'd been waiting, and they all got on the plane, and they were ready to take off, and just as they were ready to take off, somebody came on and said, "Sorry, you guys can't have this plane. It actually belongs to another group of soldiers who had first right to it," or something like that. "We made a mistake. You guys are going to have to deplane and let these guys go instead." And Ronnie said he and his friends were all bummed out and couldn't believe their luck, and got off the plane grumbling, and watched it take off, and it went down. The plane that the other guys got on, that Ronnie was supposed to be on, went down, crashed, and I just thought that was was quite a story. I didn't know what to say when he told it to me. I don't know what to say now, but it's just one of those things you think about. You know, the old feller living next door mowing the lawn has his stories too. It just makes you think about, you know, life and death. Everybody's thinking about life and death all the time, but especially here. That's kind of the hard thing with this pandemic too. It's like a lot of people are bored. A lot of people are out of work. A lot of people are losing money, and there's that level of annoyance, or worse than annoyance. You know, if you lose your job or out of money, don't know how to pay for things, that's one level. But then there's another level. There's the life and death level, and it's just hard to see some of that out there. So just wish the best to everybody out there. Stay healthy, stay sane, stay safe, and keep connecting with each other in whatever ways you can. This one's for all my North Mankatoan friends, neighbors, people. This one's called Belgrade Avenue Blues. I'm gonna pop a harmonica in quick. There it is. All right. Missing you again tonight, though it's a while now since you're gone. Through these lips that you once kissed leaks a broken-hearted song. Wallet's empty as my heart, my water bill's unsent. Look at me, I'm just as broke as the 10 Commandments. This house once held our laughter, your hair once lit my walk, but the owners all crumble, still damaged from the fall. Guess my heart's still beating, I guess that I'm alive, but I feel just as flooded as the streets here in 65. On Belgrade Avenue, where I once kissed you, and now I miss you. On Belgrade Avenue, got them Belgrade Avenue. Oh, when shall you come back again? When shall you return? Letters H-O-P-E-D spell a desperate word. So I'll continue holding court at this old Circle Inn tonight, just drinking and thinking and hoping that I might see your pretty face again on Belgrade Avenue. I've waited long, I've waited hard, good fortune's overdue. Walk these hills and this riverside where the streets go up and down. I won't give up till I give out in this North Mankato town. On Belgrade Avenue. Avenue, where I once kissed you, and now I miss you too. Oh, on Belgrade Avenue, got to Belgrade Avenue. Bless you out there on Belgrade Avenue and the surrounding areas. All right, this one's for the librarians of the world, and also everybody who, might be out of work or in a different work situation. Just as a gigging musician, I'm one of those people. Was all set to have my new album release party at the Circle Inn on April 18th, but alas, was not to be. We'll meet people again sometime, do that stuff later. I am going to release the album anyway too. You can find it on nateboots.com. You can go to my Facebook page too and find how to get it there if you want to get some new music. It's alt folk music, I'm calling it. It's got a local bent to it. A song called Rivers Bend, a song called Home, which I play with my kids often. Also with my band, the High Horses. Some other songs on there too that some of you may have heard if you've come to the Circle Inn or the Legion or places around Mankato or New Ulm or other places that I like to play. But this one's for the working people. And for librarians in particular. It's called Neighborhood Librarian. She's alphabetizing back in the stacks. She let me take a book if I promise to bring it back. She's also fine. She's long and tall. She's very helpful with any question I have at all. I stomp and snort. I've gone barbarian. I'm all riled up over my neighborhood librarian. When she reads the story time, the kiddies all sit still and listen. She knew car catalogs and the Dewey Decimal System. Super sexy spectacles, a pencil in her hair. Came down for research, now I'm on my knees in prayer. I may convert to Presbyterian, cause I'm bedeviled by this angelic librarian. I think I'm falling for my neighborhood librarian. She's literary, I'm library Carcarian. Romance and education ain't so contrarian. I think I'm falling for my neighborhood librarian, yeah. Though I ain't nervous, got no late fines. My knees start knocking when my book's gonna do each 3 weeks' time. She's like a powder keg behind that checkout desk. She took the bookmobile and drove it out of gas. Ask any professor or septuagenarian. They know the value of an exquisite librarian. Yeah. I think I'm falling for my neighborhood librarian. She literary, I'm library Carcarian. Romance and education ain't so contrarian. I think I'm falling for my neighborhood librarian, yeah. Fiction, non-fiction, poetry, memoir, self-help, biography, fine print, large print, books on CD. I read all day and night. think I'm falling for my neighborhood librarian. She literary, I'm library called carry on. Romance and education ain't so contrarian. I think I'm falling for my neighborhood librarian. Yeah, I'm falling for that librarian. Gotta keep it quiet in the library. That one goes out to my comp class as well. I'm teaching some English Comp 101 over at MSU this semester. Cheers to English 101-34 out there. Love you guys. You guys are doing a good job of taking it online. Thankfully, writing essays is something that's not quite so hard to do online, like say pottery or some studio class that some professors might be trying to figure out how to work online. All right, we'll cut it there, and got a couple other songs I'm gonna do as well. So cheers. You're craving the authentic. You search for something real. Forgotten how to act, and now you're worried how to feel. Your laugh is tired and dusty like some weary ancient hymn. There's gravel in your lungs and static voltage in your limbs. Away from all your comforts, forsake now all you know. Distill your dreams until they gleam like diamonds in the snow. Trust the wind, its shift and bend, and trust the universe. Trust in heaven, trust in chance, and break the blessed curse. Say now that you see me. Say now that you dare. Say now that you choose me. Filter me like air. Kiss me like a sunset. Hold me like a ghost. Miss me like a soldier. Say you want me most. Say that we'll December until the end of time. Say now you love me. Say that you'll be mine. Faces peel like onion skin. Inside I'm winding vain. Troubles tinge my lineage, but fortune calls my name. Impulse imbues my bones. Platelets rule my blood. Doubt impedes desire. Longing fuels my lust. So say now that you see me. Say now that you dare. Say now that you choose me. Filter me like air. Kiss me like a sunset. Hold me like a ghost. Miss me like a soldier. Say you want me most. Say that we'll assemble That's a new song of mine too, called Forsake Now All You Know. And I don't usually play it on piano, but since this quarantine, pandemic, shelter at home business started, I've been playing more piano. It's just one thing I do to kind of keep my mind occupied and do something different every once in a while. But I enjoy playing piano, and my grandma tried to teach me when I was a young lad, but it didn't really take. I encourage you to find some things that maybe you're not as confident in, or something you've been meaning to do for a long time, or maybe your whole life. Take it up. Now's the time. All right, got some more music for you here. Coming up with me, Nate Boots, and I'm bringing in some little ones too. Got Violet, Archie, and Gordy coming up next, so stay tuned.
It's hard to identify the greatest need because obviously there's a number of organizations serving a wide variety of individuals and families. But one thing we haven't talked about yet is the need for personal protection equipment, or PPE, as everybody describes it. We have a new organization now underneath the umbrella of the Mankato Area Foundation called Get Mankato PPE. And their goal is really grassroots, to rally the forces to get individuals making homemade PPE so that it can be distributed to hospitals, medical clinics, and long-term care, assisted living, and also to the public. As the governor's asked all of us to wear PPE when we are out and about, doing our grocery shopping and interacting with the public, it's important that we all be able to have access to it.
Hi Mankato, I'm Priscilla. I founded Get Mankato PPE, and it's our goal to put every face behind a mask. So utilizing an army of volunteers, we're manufacturing PPE. If you've been following us on Facebook, you'll know it's going well, but I could really use your help. On April 13, the CDC announced they want everyone to wear a face mask over the age of 2 to help reduce the spread of corona. So they recommended a t-shirt mask as one of those ways to make a no-sew face mask. In literally 1 minute, I'm going to show you how to make this. Using a long sleeve t-shirt, you will cut the entire sleeve off. Roll the cuff up over the sleeve, bringing the two ends together. For this video, I have used separate color t-shirts so you can see more easily what I am doing. This tube has 4 layers. You can use a filter if you like. The t-shirt has been cut into 1.5-inch strips and the edges cut. I now have 2 ties. If I tug them, they roll. Then take those 2 and put them through the tube you just created for your mask. This is washable and will not fray. For the next 3 weeks, I am going to bribe you. Post a photo of yourself wearing a homemade mask on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter using the hashtags GetMankatoPPE and MaskUpMankato. Every single day, I will choose one winner to receive one of Wooden Spoon's masked sugar cookies. These are really good, guys, and they're huge. If you go viral, I will buy your entire block sugar cookies. So, go on Facebook for complete rules. Anybody within a 60-mile radius is eligible. Make sure you maintain your social distancing while taking those photos for me. And come on, Mankato, show me your masks.
Hi, welcome to the world. Sometimes it can be horrible. Especially when Archie's in it. Gordy, tell Violet she's very mean.
Don't do it, Gord. Don't listen to him. Listen to me. I'm your guide.
Pops, can you tell her she's kind of mean?
You be
I
quiet.
guess
Shut up, Archie.
Archie says he doesn't want you to succeed in this plan.
Yeah, don't repeat dumb stuff that he tells you to say. Don't do that. All right, this next song is called Frederick Manfred. Frederick Manfred is one of my favorite Minnesota authors. Wrote Lord Grizzly, Scarlet Plume, 2 of my favorites. I've got Scarlet Plume right here. My grandma gave me this copy, signed even to my grandma, which is kind of cool. But yeah, just a great guy, and I like him so much. I wish he was around. So I wrote a song that I don't know. It's kind of about asking Frederick Manfred questions that I wish that somebody could answer for me. So this one's called Frederick Manfred. All right, ready? All right, here we go. Prolific as 10,000 lakes, the tall's a stalk of corn. Plenty as a red rock ridge, rolling like a mound. Jagged as a palisade, relentless as a wave. Electric as a lightning strike, curious as a cave. Clear and bright as a star wild night. Oh, Frederick Manfred, what do you make of us this bright dust? Oh, Frederick Manfred, where may fame and fortune next appear? Oh, Frederick Manfred, when we lie fall into love again. And Frederick Manfred, why? Oh, Frederick Manfred, why? Searching like a red-tailed hawk, stubborn as a mule, surly as a grizzly bear, protecting her young brood. Boundless as a bumper crop, thrifty as a soil, thunderous as a bison herd, stampeding turf and spoil. Field or stream, in consciousness or dream, colossal and bold, some far-flung ice age stone. Oh, Frederick Manfred, what do you make of us this bright dust? Oh, Frederick Manfred, where may fame and fortune next appear? Oh, Frederick Manfred, when will I fall into love again? And Frederick Manfred, why? Oh, Frederick Manfred, why? It's a mess all prairie grass, waiting in the wind, enduring as a well-worn story, told time and time again. Nice. All right. Yeah, that one's fun to play. That's a new song, so we've been having fun working on that one here during the pandemic. All right, let's move on to, how about East Hennepin?
Sure.
Yeah, this is one that Jill Zimmerman, yeah, grab that shaker. an artist from the cities, from Minneapolis, came down to the Coffee Hay a couple years ago, and I saw her play. I just thought she was great. Got an awesome voice and some really good songs. And she had put 1 minute up of this song called East Hennepin, about driving on East Hennepin, up on YouTube a couple of years ago. And that's all she had. And I asked her about it. I said, is there more to that song or what? And she said, nah, not really right now. That's all I got is a minute. I said, do you mind if I mess with that? Because I like that song. I'd like to see if I can write some more to it. So I wrote some more to it, and I kind of turned it into a duet. Jill and I sang it maybe once or twice together, but I've sung it with Violet now a lot of times. So we'll do the duet, and yeah, here we go. East Hennepin. Ready, Archie? Get the 4 right off there. Right? Okay.
So we meet again. Top speed East Hennepin. Might you try and slow me down with something more profound than red lights and sirens going off? Flipping sirens going off. I'll be safe and drive home slow. Just let me off, leave me alone. When all you throw your weight around, casting shit and standing proud, and leave a sweaty ticket in my hand. Tobacco badge, what a man. But let me tell you, son, I should have run. Uh-oh, I guess you caught me again. Uh-oh, coming in hot, East Hennepin. Uh-oh, uh-oh,
Damsels in fast cars, I seen your kind in Nordy's bar. Almost become a dang cliche, the braided pigtail breezy way. Your sugar smiles keep flipping, pokes a bird. Some days I'll bet he ain't in church, but I got to do my job. Didn't earn this bad by being soft. But in a different age and time, I might have held back on the fight. Might have even let you off citation free with a frank apology. But let me tell you, honey, your respect's worth more than your money. Uh-oh, I guess I caught you again. Uh-oh, coming in hot, East Hennepin. Uh-oh, 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 Good. Nice job, Gordy. What is that shaker there you got?
Like a corn shaker.
Corn shaker or something? Your grandma got that for us.
Something shaker.
She went away on some little trip and brought that back. Archie's playing a cajon here tonight. We made this cajon. Archie, stand up and show that thing off a little bit. Yeah. We got a kit in the mail, and then we put it together. We did a little sanding, did a little screwing, some staining, some wood burning, and we put an extra snare on there to make it a little more snary. Give it a little, and if he hits it high, it sounds more snary. If he hits it low, it sounds more bassy. He's using cajon brushes right there, which we got too. Gives it a little extra touch. And Gordy's got a smaller size cajon that he's been playing for about 3 years now. He's been popping on that thing pretty regularly. So, yeah. Yes, good call. Next up on the list is a song called L'Etoile du Nord. I need my G.
Is that it?
Right here? There we go. Yeah. All right. It's important to have the right harmonica. And capo to the right capo if you're going to capo. I'd like to throw this one out to everybody here in the state of Minnesota, especially our governor, Tim Walz. We're very proud of him. I like that he's from Mankato, did some teaching at West, and his son Gus actually was in preschool with Violet when they started out up in upper North Mankato for a while, the Montessori preschool. But this one's for the state of Minnesota. This one's called L'Etoile du Nord, after our state motto, the only French state motto in the Union, meaning Star of the North. So, shout out to Michelle Roche, who usually plays piano on this song. Does such a great little solo that she's added to that. We'd love to be playing with her, and Ben Scruggs too, and Lee Highgerts, the High Horses. But alas, it's a quarantine show. Here we go. L'Etoile du Nord. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Star of the North, it leads us forward, it shows us where to go, leads us home through the wind and snow, it shines in the night, a spectacle to behold. Has your blood begun to waver to the walls of your heart? Travel weary, worn, torn asunder, come apart. Hearts adrift, look above, see the truth. Gaze at the stars inlaid in black, celestial blue. From far, far away, light the night, northern star. One is to be able, vouloir, c'est pouvoir. Cosmic adoration, all the shine we can afford. On the door, lumiere, l'Etoile du Nord. media support. They say c'est vrai, oui c'est vrai. Outre-tombe et outre-mort. Aurore boréale, sounds la nuit en Beauvert. Oui, my lullaby, the sky's an emerald forest fire. Far, far away, light the night of northern star. To want to be able, vouloir, c'est pouvoir. The cosmic adoration, all the shine we can afford. On the door, lumiere, the toile du Nord. All for one for all. Tout pour un pour tout. But tonight, je ne sais quoi. Let's twirl the spotlight, me and you. How and why does it feel like we're the ones, only two? How and why, oh la la, oh la la. Yes, there it is. All right, L'Etoile du Nord. Be nice to get out there again and enjoy these nice months of the year a little more. How you guys been doing with the stay-at-home orders and stuff? You guys been pretty good about keeping to it. You've got each other, and you guys get along with each other for the most part, except when you're telling him what to do and he listens and it's the wrong thing. But other than that, you guys get along. I'm happy for that. And so I feel like you guys are lucky in some ways. But what do you think of this whole thing, Violet?
Just kind of crazy. I don't even really know what to think.
Violet's finishing up 8th grade this year, and this was going to be the end of middle school for her. But it looks like it may be done already. Archie was going to finish up elementary school, so that was the end of elementary school. Gordy still luckily got another year left at the Monroe Mustangs Elementary. Shout out to Monroe out there. Okay. Anything you want to say to Monroe or your teachers, Gordy? Say it right to the camera.
Mr. Blaisdell's a good teacher,
Mm.
and he makes stuff easy when I do my homework. And
Mr. Blaisdell is a good teacher, for the record. Better give a shout out to your teacher too, Archie. What's her name again? Did you forget already?
it's been over.
The wonderful Miss V. All right. What's next?
I think that's it. Yeah. Believe it or not, I don't remember. I'm gonna take the maracas off.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go with home. You want to go harmonic on this one? You got that seat? Yeah, just. Huh? Well, just let him move in with it too.
Should I just play out?
How about you just take the mic out of there and hold it, and then you can move it over. Are you gonna play fiddle for this one?
It's okay. Let's let
You
Archie.
should do it. Do it. Bring it out. Bust it up.
Okay.
I do just play it really loud.
You do the first half of it. Yeah. All right. Good. If you do it like that, no problem.
Alright. That was loud.
Good. Now I don't have to wear the thing here. So once again, I'd like to just thank my kids, Gordy, Violet, Archie Boots. My name is Nate Boots. If you haven't seen me before, we've lived in Lower North Cato for a long time now, all these guys' lives. So this song is called Home, and pretty appropriate for what's happening these days, staying at home. But also this song is about home being the people that you love and the people that you're looking out for, and taking those mobile homes with you, those people with you in your heart and in your head. So this is for everybody out there who's hanging in there at home. All right. I'm home, home, wherever you may roam. Home, I'm home, wherever you may roam. When you're sailing on the sea, when you're floating on the breeze, when you come home, come to me. When you come home, come to me. Oh, I'm home, home, wherever you may roam. Oh, I'm home, oh, I'm home, wherever you may roam. When you stroll underneath the trees, when you're changing my degrees, when you're falling to your knees, when you come home, come to me. Oh, I'm home, oh, I'm home, wherever you may roam. Oh, I'm home, oh, I'm home, wherever you may roam. When you're strolling through the fields, touch your face into the sun, feel the soul beneath your heels now. Know your long day's work is done. Oh, I'm home, wherever you may roam. Oh, I'm home. Take care, everybody.
The whole reason for this concert series is to let you know how you can help the community and to support the Community Response Fund, which is managed by United Way and Mankato Area Foundation. We spent a few minutes with Barb Kaus from United Way and Nancy Zellick from Mankato Area Foundation recently to see how this collaboration first began.
Well, when you live united, it's more powerful, right? So Nancy and I didn't hesitate once we saw this challenge come on board to get together and bring the power of what we both do unified into one source and improve people's lives much faster. And we both have our strengths. Bringing that together makes it a perfect fit for making sure that we're watching out for the needs of our community.
So Barb and I talked, and we decided that it was important to create a community response fund, again, to be that hub, not only for the nonprofit community, so they would have one place to go, but we also asked the variety of foundations and funders in this community to give to that fund so that it could be also a hub for our charitable individuals and businesses and organizations. They too needed a place to believe that there was an entity that understood the stresses that were going on in the nonprofit community, where the greatest needs were. So if they were making charitable contributions, they knew they were going to where they needed to go. And so, so we felt like, again, one fund with the United Way and Mankato Area Foundation, both sets of eyes, both sets of talent and resources and expertise that we have, would be a place that donors would trust and that nonprofits could use as a one-stop shop hub for financial resources. I think what we saw initially was that our most vulnerable, those that were already vulnerable, were the most greatly impacted. So those with food insecurity, housing insecurity. But as the unemployment rose and the amount of impact of the COVID-19 health crisis expanded, the needs of those organizations and many, many others was significantly impacted as well. We saw elderly and isolated, those that are distance learning, those that just need extra resources to get by to the next week. Those are the kinds of nonprofits and organizations that are really on the front line with our community.
You can go onto the United Way webpage with MankatoUnitedWay.org, and on that you can see the listing of the different agencies who've received it. Plus it's in the newspaper every week, and it's on our media posts all the time, so it's readily available to you to see who's getting it. Also on our MankatoUnitedWay.org site is that there's a COVID-19 section, and that's for volunteering. Individuals want to know how they can help out. Maybe they don't have the financial means to do that, but they can help by volunteering. So we need lots of help with that, and that's delivering food, or that's maybe stocking shelves or sanitizing places, whatever it might be, we have that need. Also in-kind donations of supplies that individuals need, different organizations need to keep their doors open. We need those too. So, and also the donation of the Community Response Fund is on there too. So everything it's a one-stop shop for you to get all of your needs that you'd want it to cover.
So a contribution to the Community Response Fund makes a significant difference in this area, and for the nonprofit communities that are really trying to tackle the challenges that are ahead of them. This is a new normal for them, and I am incredibly impressed and amazed by how they've stepped up to serve this community and serve those that are really being impacted by COVID-19. And I am incredibly fortunate that I get to be in the position that I am, and I think Barb would say the same thing, that we get to see the difference that these nonprofits are making in people's lives, and it is incredibly rewarding. I have a couple thank yous that are really important. One is for the collaboration with the United Way. We have taken both of our teams and we've blended them so that we can take their talents and expertise and use them to the greatest good for this area. And I think we've seen how that has made a big difference for this Community Response Fund. But I also want to thank this community, not only the nonprofits, like I said, who are stepping up and serving our most vulnerable populations and helping to find creative ways to serve them, but also our generous philanthropic community that has stepped forward, as I said, not only with time and talent, but also with a significant amount of treasure, so that we can help financially the nonprofit community, because there are certain things that time and talent aren't enough. They actually need materials, they need food, they need ways to make a difference that have a cost associated with them. So a contribution to the Community Response Fund makes a difference and will make a difference in this region.
I can't thank the City of Mankato enough for creating this community concert series. It's a wonderful blessing we have to communicate, but also have entertainment in our homes that we're not able to go out and have. So thank you again to the City of Mankato.